friend Riley. We met in Washington, D.C., did we? At the White House vigil? I don't remember. But you have been such a nice companion on Facebook. I think you're much younger than I, as I recall. And I want to share this with you. If I know 20 people with a really good heart, beyond any 2-year-old, and then we kill their hearts. If I know any people your age or older with really good hearts, you're one of them. I'm quite sure. No credit to you, or discredit to anyone else. Fact of environment, it certainly is in my case. I have a good heart. No credit to me. And you can tell you have a good heart because a good heart can't shut out the pain of others. It doesn't wallow in it. It never wallows in it. Because it becomes debilitated by that and can't serve those same suffering hearts or others. But just as a skilled surgeon does not close her eyes, though she might like to avoid seeing the carnage, she doesn't. And the good heart doesn't close their eyes, doesn't close itself off for the same reason. And I'm sharing this with you because, judging from my own personal experience, where, as I say, I have a good heart, things have gotten, well, they haven't gotten worse in the world. We're able to see more and more how bad it's always been. We with good hearts. We with alive hearts. It can become self-destructive. Remain of a good seeing heart unless we gain the strength and skills to deal with it constructively. And I can tell you, in hindsight, really, the reason my soul has been dragging me for my whole life, but intensely, these last 3 years, into serious discipleship of the man Jesus, is because he was the brilliant scientist, almost, that figured out the competencies, the way of understanding the world, a way of understanding the world. It really doesn't matter whether it corresponds. It really doesn't matter whether it is a objective reality, any more than it matters if math, 1 + 1 = 2, is an objective reality. It is aligned with reality. Lets us understand it, lets us deal with it. And for 2 reasons I share this with you. I think it's likely that the pain of your heart will either tear you apart or force you to anesthetize and disable your heart. And there will be unnecessary, unmanageable pain either way, unless you do what I've done, which is to put myself into serious discipleship of the man Jesus right there in the Gospels. And My purpose isn't to avoid my pain. My purpose is to help others deal with theirs and to transcend that pain, though it's still there, into a joyful, abundant life. And even this morning, I awaken with just an unexpected amazement, astonishment of the brilliance of the man Jesus. His writings right there in the gospel, his example right there in the gospel. Absolute amazement. The way one would be amazed at an impossibly beautiful sunset or an impossibly beautiful masterwork of art. He is the way, the truth, and the life. Not because anyone foretold him, not because he fulfilled some prophecy, just because he is. He was the gift to us that souls that are still alive, humanity that is still alive in adults, like I think it is in you, we need it. If we had been born and raised around people like Jesus, in an incredibly healthy community, we wouldn't need it, because we wouldn't have left behind what we have almost all left behind, our humanity from our childhood. But we've been ripped away from it. And he wasn't. Or if he was, he got back to it quickly and embodied it ragingly. And, well, you know, what's her name? Simone Biles. Apparently, I'm getting the idea that she has a DNA-given physique that equips her, gives her advantages that many gymnasts don't have, most people don't have. But maybe she also was given a genius for gymnastics, for physical motion through space. But she certainly is that. Jesus was that. As it relates to returning ourselves from these horrible cultures, man-made cultures, to our rightful place in God's kingdom. I'm out in beautiful fields right now. That's part of God's kingdom. Our cities are created to displace God's kingdom. Almost everything man-made is. But most importantly, the kingdom within us, which we were born into as a child, and then we were ripped from by our insane cultures, thinking they were doing good. So, I have to share this with you, and you totally get to ignore it. But thank goodness you're in the world with us. Thank goodness for us, if I'm correct, much of your humanity has not been destroyed yet. But it's going to get so much worse, so much faster, so much more obviously, that unless someone like you gains incredible mastery and competence at maintaining your humanity in impossibly evil, inhumane world, you'll lose it or we'll lose you. And maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I think, and that's what I have to share with you.